What's up guys, it's Noah from Fire's Advice. Today I'm with Robert Drysdale and he's going to be breaking down how to deal with the inverted guard. So we saw at CJI this weekend, Levi Jones was playing that reverse De La Riva and De La Riva and he kept inverting. So today we're going to get Rob's opinion on how he would deal with that modern jiu-jitsu of inverting and trying to enter the legs. So, Rob, how would you deal with, you're kind of standing in a split squat position, right? Originally, if you're having guys who are coming here and starting to invert and into your legs, how would you deal with that?
Well, first thing, one thing, very simple answer to this. There's two simple answers to this. One, don't give him the leg he wants. Very few people are going to be skilled on both sides, right? So you can know the technique, but it doesn't mean they're coordinated with the technique on the other side. It's sort of like writing with your left hand, your right hand. Yeah, you know the alphabet, but your left hand lacks the coordination to do it, right? That's one thing in consideration. So I know that if you're going to attack this leg, I'm moving this way. Yeah. It's very awkward for you. You don't like it. Problem is, very few people know how to pass combat stance on both sides. Most people have a knee cut on normally on this side. Nice little tip for instructors out there. Teach them how to pass knee cut that way. A lot of people get lost there. I don't know how to do it. If I'm moving this way, I don't have to deal with it reverse line. Remember? Yeah. I mean, because you have to.
I only play on that side.
Now again, he knows the alphabet, but he doesn't have the coordination to write with this left hand, or in this case, to play guard or reverse De La Riva on his left side. So that's one. Two, you go old school. Old school, they pass on their knees. You know why? Because the priority was not north and stand, so everyone passed low. Body lock is one of the oldest movements. You just watch you get to the 80s. That's how they pass and get close. There was no standing because part of the mentality was not letting this guy stand back up, right? The different mentality. So they were dropping their knees a lot, so you see you guys passing there. Right, so that's another solution. If you pass slow, you get less aggressive, but you solve the problem of the reverse De La Riva. Yeah, you don't have to deal with the problem. Now, I know these answers are boring because people want a mirror. Sometimes a simple answer are the best answers. Like in this case, is not to fight him in his strongest place. Like you got to fight him under his turf. If he has a very strong reverse De La Riva, the odds of you beating him in his game are smaller than they are you beating him anywhere else. Right? So if he's pulling you into reverse De La Riva, it's because he likes it. It's because no one pulls their second best card. Everyone goes for their best one. So don't let him get there. That's number one. Okay? You can do that by switching stances and moving the other way, or by dropping in. But let's say that dude make moves. Oh, he's a red and a red to it. One thing I like to do is I like to thread this leg. This gives me a little more control over his spin, right? Because if this leg is completely free, that's how he starts getting underneath. If I have this from here, I have a little bit more control over his spin. The other thing I do is I like to sit on the ground. It's awkward for him to get underneath me if I sit on the ground. And because they always gonna come up, not really. I have this the tight from okay. But this is kind of like my insurance policy right here, right? And the other thing I like to do is not only am I coming up, I like it because the biggest issue is this leg gets very sticky. This leg is it's like Velcro. I'm like, I've been exactly that. That's the annoying part, is that people that play this game they're very strong in this position. When I say strong, I'm not just talking technically, I mean physically. They develop in muscles the tightness necessary to make them proficient. So one thing I like to do is I like to go here. If I can peel that foot, which is what I'm trying by shrinking my right leg, I can kill it with my left foot. Okay? Now I'm not gonna lie, peeling that foot is not always there. Some clients there, some try not. But always aim for it. Because if I'm here, I'm pushing this leg through. And now I just choose the reverse De La Riva.
That's good.
Now why did I kill your reverse De La Riva? Now typically, you want to be on the outside of this leg for your combat stance. But remember, the reverse De La Riva developed as a response to the knee cut. So this is an awkward knee cut for me, right? But I don't have the problem with reverse De La Riva, thinking I'm fighting this somewhere else. I can go double unders, I can switch sides. I can knee cut here. That's the other thing. People think they can't knee cut just because this leg is trapped or because it's on his own. They're bullshit. Look, I'll knee cut right here. No problem. All right? Instead of aiming for the underhook, you're aiming for the leg. I'll call it like a low underhook, right? Instead of armpit, leg. Very strong position if you want to be going and guarded, by the way. Just stop this obsession with the underhook. Aim for the leg. All right? Yep. Hold on. He's here. Miss his arm. Pull back. I'll walk back. Here's the other thing. I can start kicking this leg too. Yeah, losing all my... Yeah, even if you're very tight, get tight on that leg. All right? I can start kicking. It's very awkward for him to keep that tightness. And then I thread it.
And they keep it not underhook strongly.
It's my insurance policy that prevents you from coming up in case you try to run you over. Because I am putting myself on the ground. So there's a risk. I was going to create a scramble. But if I have that leg loaded on my shoulder, I don't have that problem. Now, what will happen, if the guy, especially if they're smaller than you, if they're taller, you don't have that problem. Could be larger than they're taller, but when I'm in here, right? is that climb new is, or you're going to keep pulling yourself underneath, right? Yes, this makes it very annoying. So at this point, you have to worry about your legs, because if I let them like fold that, yes, that could be a problem. But I have to worry about the leg as I sit back. As he starts doing, if I can get this guy, I already solved that problem. If I can predict it. So it's almost like when I sit the ground, I usually start picking the knee. You can only do this too. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like the simple solution to the problem. With pretty much a stalemate, because you're not going to use some full guard, yeah, and I go back to square one. But at least you stop his attacker. Which people don't take as a victory, but it is, because if I can stop your best position and get out of your reverse De La Riva, that's a win. I'm not scoring points.
You're playing your game at that point.
But I beat you, I got out of your turf, and I'm forcing you perhaps somewhere else. I'll give you a simple way to stop open guard, annoyed open guards. It's not always a pass, but it shuts them down heavy for on butterfly or on Indian player. Alright. Underneath this leg. The whole time to go over it. Your elevation, your leg attacks. The premise is you have to lift my upper body and for you to get into my legs, right? Whether it's going to play open, anything that you just see word play open guard. I'm always underneath this leg. I'm always underneath this leg. It's awkward for people.
Yeah.
It's not, if you're playing butterfly, I'm always aiming to swim. I don't aim for underhooks with these guys. It's too hard. No, underhook has been overdone with saturated. It's been so overdone. Everyone's so aware of it. Like, I think you have to like start looking at other ways of controlling the box. I'm gonna just go like this. This shuts you down. There's no butterfly here.
Yeah. No.
There's no half guard. Either try to go halfway. There's no half guard. You try to go like elevation. No, you don't have to watch out for the trying that. I'll notice that I'm beating this leg with my left arm. Yeah, but like I don't sleep. I don't sleep on that, right? Like that's the only danger there, really. If your opponent's smart, he's not gonna let you get there. He's gonna fight you. He's gonna fight that hand. The good news, most people poke the bar paying attention. They're paying attention at the underhook. But if you go under the leg with the over under, man, it shuts down everything. Everything. I started doing this with like half guard players. When you got a half guard player, Jim, I'm telling you, this is the easiest way to shut them down. Every half guard player, and switch sides, hates chill. Like try to go coyote. They try to get out underhook or anything. No. And if I get here, because the premise is giving you where that way, so I anchor myself low and going opposite direction. Underhook, problem solved. And I actually walk this way a lot, which flattens you out, makes it easy and fast on the left. So, yeah, so in general, this is like a concept. It's not so much a technique per se, but just writing that leg a lot is very helpful. I started doing this late in my career. It's actually not even like 2 years ago, but I started doing that. But when I started training jiu-jitsu, that's how you pass it over under. They didn't teach overhook, they taught over under. For whatever reason, that's how people taught you. And then I stopped using it for years. I should start using it the last couple of years. It's great against De La Riva, half guard, butterfly, elevations, open guard in general. I'm always going over under. Very simple, very quick.
Perfect. Thanks guys for watching. This was a masterclass on how to beat the inverted guard and some over under passing. Thank you.